Jamie Kennedy was a actor in the 1990s. He played that kid in the first Scream movie who was the horror movie expert who taught all the horror movie tropes to all the other characters. And he was so good in that they killed him off halfway through the second one. His career did not amount to much. The last project I saw him in was an anti-abortion propaganda film funded by the Catholic League, where he starred alongside such film luminaries as John Voight from Midnight Cowboy and Mike Lindell from My Pillow and Federal Court. He also tried stand-up, but he was so unfunny that he just kept making people angry.
Why don't you make like a Kennedy and die young?
You know what the difference is, sir? I came to the show in a limousine. You came behind 12 Siberian Huskies.
That's Jamie on stage at a nightclub responding to a heckler with, "I came here in a limo." Why would you take a limo to a comedy club? Wouldn't it be more impressive to own a car? By the way, that clip is from a movie called Heckler that purports to be a documentary about hecklers, but it's really a bait and switch. After a series of very short interviews with much better comedians about heckling, it quickly becomes a diatribe about film critics and how they're the real hecklers because they didn't appreciate Jamie's work in The Son of the Mask, which is the sequel to the Jim Carrey movie, The Mask. Now, we're all familiar with the failed comic to alt-right pipeline. Jamie is now following in the footsteps of people like Jimmy Dore and Russell Brand. Here he is reacting to Destiny, and Destiny's mocking of a Trump supporter who was shot by another Trump supporter who was trying to shoot Trump.
18 million people voted for Donald Trump last time round.
That's great. 80 million people voted for a guy that tried to insurrect the government, and it looks like they might try to do it again. I mean, like, I don't...
Good, because the government's corrupt, you fucking turd.
An attempted coup by corrupt forces within the government is good because there are corrupt forces within the government. Hey, you know, I have cancer in my pinky toe. You know what would be a good cure for that? More cancer.
Which what I'm going to say, these are the facts on the ground. The idea that
you don't like attacks on democracy, so presumably you would unreservedly condemn the attempted assassination of Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Because that's one of the most egregious.
Exactly. Right now, Pierce is making a brilliant, on point. Now
No, he's not making a brilliant on point. The attempted killing of Trump was not a blow to democracy because the shooter wasn't politically motivated. He was suicidal. He would have taken a shot at Biden, except Biden had his rallies indoors. Because Biden pays his bills, which means Biden can rent indoor spaces.
Let's see if this fucking piece of human puke can take his loss and go, "You're right, I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit, and you're right." That's another problem I have with these people, this side. They're terrible at taking their L's. Yeah, and I know.
Name one, sweetie. Name a loss. Name a legitimate loss from the left in terms of an argument. You name that legitimate loss, and I'll take it. I'll take it home and get it pregnant. Can you think of one? No? Okay.
And I know that the people on...
You're drunk, dude.
The right. There's people like that too, but it's just that these people, they're not attractive, most of them. They're not sexy, and they're insane. Can we just say that? Can we just start airing it out? What girls would you rather have sex with? A Republican or a Democrat? I'll wait.
Oh, okay. You'll wait? Okay, good. Would I rather have sex with Scarlett Johansson or Marjorie Taylor Greene? Let me think. I don't know. Scarlett Johansson or Marjorie Taylor. Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene kind of looks like you, except with muscles. Speaking of which, who are you fucking, fella? I'll wait. This guy looks like a junkie. And he talks like a junkie. He looks like he hasn't seen water in a year. He's got long, unwashed hair, unkempt beard, dirty looking clothes. He's kind of bloated. Looking like someone just found him. It looks like someone just found him in an abandoned tunnel like 5 minutes ago. The nerve. You smoking crack in that boxcar you've been living in?
Attacks on American democracy in modern times. Presumably,
I don't think that
you will
anybody
take
should be
this opportunity,
trying to-
given you
I
are
don't
so
think anybody-
determined to protect the integrity of democracy, you would find it absolutely outrageous that someone has tried to assassinate a president, right?
If the other conservatives on this show want to say that,
Wow. Answer the question, you fucking mouse.
He was answering the question. Stop interrupting, you fucking junkie. You look half asleep.
absolutely outrageous
No, I'm
that Donald
asking
Trump
you.
attempted to
Answer
coup
the
government,
question.
I'm asking
then,
you.
Then maybe I would. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness or show
I'm
sympathy
not
to
asking you
conservatives.
to.
that
I'm not
have none.
asking for that. I'm asking you to
This
condemn what
guy
happened.
needs to be choked out. I can't say that, but this guy needs to be slapped multiple times. I can't say that, right? And this guy is just fucking.
It's too late. You said it.
This
Then what
guy
happened?
needs to be choked out. I can't say that, but this guy needs.
You said it.
He needs to be slapped multiple times. I can't. What a piece of shit. If you follow this guy, you follow a piece of shit. And you're a piece of shit, because this guy is a piece of shit.
You're not necessarily wrong about that, Jamie. He is, but not for any reasons you're going to point out. Destiny mocked one of the victims of that shooting because that victim was an unrepentant fascist. It is not necessarily entirely wrong to show disdain for those who are actively seeking to harm you. I wouldn't have said what he said. I wouldn't have made the joke he made. But I mean, if someone robs my house, I'm not obligated to mourn that person if they get hit by a car. But once again, this is an example of the right holding the left to a higher standard that they hold for themselves. I'll give an example. It's kind of like how Destiny believes that socialists shouldn't be allowed to make money, but he should be allowed to make money. Destiny has very recently converted to the left because he keeps losing debates to anti-genocide opponents. And losing arguments is bad for Destiny's business. So he's on our side this week. That's why he's a piece of shit. He's a grifter. And up until this point, he's been providing cover for the right. He's defended voter suppression, the Electoral College, Citizens United, the invasion of Iraq. But Jamie is not going to call him on that stuff because Jamie is an even bigger piece of shit. But let's leave you with a few of pieces of Jamie Kennedy's political satire. I think you might enjoy the wit and wisdom found in his comedy.
Cuckas. Hey, cuck. Ooh, I'm a lefty, and I want to be inclusive to everybody, but behind the scenes, I'm a dirtbag. I'm a dirtbag. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm a open-minded person, and you should accept everybody, but behind the scenes, I am a scumbag.
You know, I would love to see these two debate. As you can tell, I'm not a huge fan of either one of these people. But I do like to see a good argument. Especially, I like to see one person really losing bad.